Honestly, I feel like this right here is going to be the worst drawer out of all of them, which is the one that I am dreading. I did make my shirt. Hello yarn friends, welcome in or welcome back to my channel. It's Morgan with Dream9 Design. Today we're going through this chaotic mess of abyss, and hopefully you find this video entertaining. I have a few bags of whips that I'm currently working on. I know that I have faux in here. I have, finished objects, whips, work in progresses. I have all of it in here, along with like a basket with a few little knickknacks and things like that. So one of these was actually in my bedroom for the longest time, and I decided that I'm just gonna pull them both out here and get them out of like my yarn corner of my bedroom, just so that it's a little bit more open, and I'll show you guys what that looks like. It's not organized in there. That's gonna be the next step. But we're gonna go through, and I'm not quite sure how we're gonna organize these, but that's kind of what I'm gonna do today. Before we get too far into it, yes, I did make my shirt in a mint green color. It is made out of cotton. Absolutely love this shirt, and no, when I made this one, I did not keep track of how long it took me. I did not design this one, so it was a little bit quicker, but I think I used like a 3.5 or a 4mm hook, so it definitely took a little bit longer to make this one. But currently, I'm working on a beautiful cardigan, which is one that I am going to be throwing into here. And that cardigan is done with the Alpine stitch. So I have been working on this one, and I think it's coming out really great. So that is going to be a project that goes in here. It's going to find its way into one of these for projects that I still need to finish making, because this is a mess right now. I don't feel like any of my projects are organized, which is hard to have motivation to get them done when I know that they're there, but they're not in like a spot. And I feel like I really need more of like an organizational system to be able to get projects done in the time frame that I want, but still not feel pressure to get them done. So that's kind of what I'm going to be doing. So this is going to be a project that is going to go in there, along with my mandala blanket. Now this one is gorgeous. I'm in love with this one, and I'm hoping that it's going to be able to go to my mom for Christmas time. But if it is, I'm going to have to get my butt in gear. Just like look at all the detail on this, you guys, like, oh my gosh. So I need to get my butt in gear so that I can get this done. I'll definitely have to order another like thing of yarn. I think it's one that I had gotten at Michael's, so I do still have quite a bit left, but I'm hoping to make this, pretty big. I'm assuming that it's going to need at least another one, maybe two, I don't know. And I don't know if I'll have it done by Christmas time, but it is going to go in here, and it is going to be on my check-off list to be done by Christmas time. So two big projects that are going in here, and I think that I might just like speed through the process of me going through all of this, because I really don't want to talk through it. I know like down here I have a big old thing of all these like tops and hats, and I feel like this is all more like springtime things that I don't really need in here. So we're gonna figure out where it's gonna go. Now, honestly, I feel like this right here is going to be the worst drawer out of all of them, which is the one that I am dreading the most. I feel like I'm going to get to this one. We should probably do this one first. I really don't want to do this one first, but I think we are going to do this one first because it's the one that I'm dreading the worst. So if I just get it done and over with, then the rest will be pretty easy peasy. Now, before we get into that one, I saw, as soon as I took that out, a finished product. Woo! This one is a Christmas present that I made for my friend, and I knitted this one, and this lace work was so difficult for me, but I did it, and it took me a very long time, but it's beautiful, beautiful. I really do think that my friend is going to enjoy this. I don't want to make another one. I say that I kind of want to make another one for myself with different colors, but honestly, I don't. it took a very long time, and it was fun. I enjoyed the process of it, but also by the end of it, I did not enjoy the process anymore. So I think you can all relate to that. But back to this giant thing. This big old mess of yarn, which I know we all have piles of these somewhere in our house, and don't lie, you know you have a pile like this somewhere of just stuff. All right, so here's pretty much what we've got. We've got some scissors. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make like a pile for materials and then a pile for yarn. So I think we'll actually put materials down here. I think I also saw a crochet hook in there, which was a G. Definitely need this. So we need to figure out a way to organize all of the things. I got the measuring tape. Oh, here comes the cat to see what we're up to. Now, this is attached to some yarn, I believe. I was making this into a top. Yeah. So, I don't know what I'm going to do with this yet. I'm pretty sure that I have a panel put aside somewhere else. Okay, so I tried to film it a different way and it didn't work, so I'm just going to kind of put this aside like next to me, and we're going to go through everything that's in here, and then we'll figure out kind of how to organize it later. But I did find this measuring tape right here, so I'm going to start putting all of the materials and things up on top. Let me see. Okay, up on top here as we go through them. I'm sorry if my voice sounds scratchy at all or anything like that. I am getting over a cold. But we also have scissors, because you always have to have scissors in your little craft area. I also found a crochet hook, so another material. This was for a top that I was designing and making, which was really fun. I need to get this pattern out. And I feel like I had only done the one panel, so I had another thing of this yarn, and I ended up using it to start on a pair of socks, which I'm knitting, those socks are actually going to go into this, but I'm not going to grab that out just yet. So this project is going to get set aside. I think it's going to get torn apart. I also have this it's a really cute tin that I made. And I don't know, it's just cute. And I think that I had like knickknacks, like stitch markers and things like that in here, but I think I am going to put that up here for now. So we'll leave that up there, and we are just going to kind of like start collecting all the little materials, and if I happen to find stitch markers or any loose stitch markers, they're gonna get thrown in the container. Now I have some variegated yarn. I think this is just going to go into like my scrap yarn, which is in another room. We have some more cotton yarn. I do have a section in like my bedroom where we put cotton yarn, so that can get set up. It does not need to stay out. Now, totally forgot about this project. I was making a dishcloth, which it looks like I'm running out of the pink, so I was just doing a gray and light pink. It was going to be a shell stitch dishcloth, but I am going to keep this in here because these make really great Christmas gifts, so I know that I'm going to want to finish this one. I think what I might actually end up doing is probably figuring out a different color. That way I can just kind of keep it like two-toned. I don't know. So this one is going to stay in here for a project to get finished. This one, however, I think is going to get completely torn apart, so I don't want to put that in like the pile of stuff to put back in here. So this one is going to stay. I guess this wasn't as bad as I thought. It's really not too bad. A top that I was making, and I think that we will tear this apart, but I really don't want this in like my area of active things that I'm working on. but I think I may actually tear this apart and use it for a washcloth. But we're gonna put that up in the possibly take apart pile, which we're gonna leave right there. I found the top to the little thing that I made. It's, oops, upside down. It's a couple gentlemen like holding a camera. I don't know, can you see it? There it goes. And I think that's really fun because it's so cute. Okay, anyways, so we have some more scrap yarn. It looks like scrap cotton yarn, so this is going to go into my scrap yarn bin. That is not going to stay in here. Looks like I have some more cotton scrap yarns. So I think all of this is going into the scrap area. I don't know if I should scrap this or not. I think that we will. There's not a ton of it, but there's still enough to do a project, but I don't think that I want that in any other bin or project area other than just the little bit scraps. So we have a pen and also a 5mm hook. These need to stay in our special area right here because I feel like these are essentials in any yarn corner. Now I have the tag, like the wrap, I don't know what you want to call that for the yarn. So like this yarn right here, it's called Aquarium Trap. It's absolutely beautiful. It's sock weight yarn. It comes with 437 yards, which is amazing, but it's $24.99. It is a hand-dyed specialty yarn, which is why, and I ended up buying 2 of them, which is crazy. So there is also scrap yarn in here that I was using for a project, which I think I can get rid of. I also have the Constitution in here. I work at a bank and one of my customers actually gave me this pocket Constitution, which I think is actually going to stay in the yarn area. We have another pen. This one was handmade. My mom had this made for me for Christmas. Excuse me, I have to cough. I'm getting over being sick. Anyways, so we also have like this white little thing that's gonna get thrown away. I found some tapestry needles. So these are definitely going to stay up here. And then I found some more cotton yarn. So all in all, 4 things of cotton yarn that is going to go up. Oh wait, 5 things. 5 things of cotton yarn. And there is the cat. And this was gonna be for like one of those pots, the potted plants. I think I'm gonna keep this in there because I actually may finish this, so that is going to go in with the finished products. Oh, one more crochet hook. And then there we go, guys. We got through that first one. That wasn't too bad. And hopefully I edited this video good enough that that was not too long and as painful as it kind of was in person. Because let's just face it, it's not very fun going through the hectic part of the yarn stash. Now, before I get too far into the rest of this, I'm going to go put these in my actual yarn cubby and I will be right back and we'll go through the rest of this. And now all of these little scrap yarns are going to go into another spot in my room in the yarn area. That felt awesome. That was like literally the worst one in here, and I know it because I know this next drawer over here, I think we're gonna do top row, and then second row, and move it on down. But I know that for the most part, all of this is stuff that I wanted to sell, and things that were for the most part pretty much done and completed, but I don't want to keep these on the top row. I think the top row is going to be higher priority of what needs to get done, and then bottom row is going to be things that are ready to go. So I do have this really beautiful pink scarf. Now this one I do want to get some pictures of and I think put up on my Etsy shop. I do have this made in a mustard yellow, I believe, and it's just such a beautiful scarf and it could be worn multiple ways. And now that I have it pulled out, I actually really want to make another one, but just a lot thicker. I have some pumpkin slices. These are coasters. I'm not going to sell these. I'm not going to put these up online. I think what I'm actually going to do is actually just pull these out for the, I don't know, pumpkin season, the fall season. Let's see, I have a few heart-shaped cup cozies. I think these are also going to be put on Etsy. So this is going to go into its own Etsy drawer. We have a few hair scrunchies. Gotta love the scrunchies. They sell pretty well. I have, oh, one more cup cozy. So we have three in total. 1, 2, and 3. These are adorable. They have a really great little stitch on them, so it's not too plain, but still very easy to make. So that's what we have so far. I'm so excited by these guys. It's just always so fun to have a small pile of things that you made, even though, you know, it may not seem like much when you have everything together. It really adds up. You can really see where your time is going when you're making things. And then last but not least, we have this really cute little frog cup cozy. I love this little guy. His eyes definitely aren't very stable when he is not on a cup, but when he's on a cup, he's definitely super cute. But I just have to say, we have the frog theme going on over here. We love frogs. They're great. Oh, and then I also have this little cup bag. And I'm not going to sell this. I will probably, I don't know, keep this, but it is not going to stay in the yarn stash stuff here. So that one is going to get put up. I also have these cute little things. These are for, like, for eyeglasses. So I'll put a picture somewhere in here, but it's for, like, the little chains, or you can crochet or do beads or whatever. But they work out really great for those. So this is more of like something that you need to make something, and not so much anything I feel like that needs to stay in here. I feel like that can go mostly in like my room with everything else, like with safety eyes. So we have gone through drawer number 2. So a lot of items that are already done and ready to be sold. So these are definitely going to be bottom drawer, which I really just want to jump ahead to this bottom drawer because I know everything that's in here is going to come out. It's not going to stay in there. So that's going to happen. Now we will jump back over to the first one, which I did show you, was that scarf that I had already finished. So this one is a Christmas gift, so this is going to go into a different finished one. Not really sure what we're going to do with that one yet. So we can jump back over here. It looks like I have another one of these scarves. It's like the pink one that I had showed you. The pink one is finished and this one is not. As you can see, I have like a stitch marker, which is a really cute stitch marker. This stitch marker has cucumber slices inside. I don't know if you guys can actually see that, but it's really adorable. So this is a scarf that I do want to finish for the season. I know what yarn I used, and it is in my big stash of yarn. So, and I don't think that this is going to be enough to finish this project. So we're going to wind this guy up. We may actually just tear all this out. I don't think we're gonna keep it. I don't think we're gonna keep it. So we're gonna put that up into the pile. And luckily the rest of the store is pretty easy. We just have some blue and some black acrylic yarn that I need to put up, along with this really beautiful variegated self-striping yarn. Sorry, the cat is going in the background now and it's driving me nuts because he's jumping everywhere. So these 3 are just going to go into the stash in my bedroom. So luckily those will get out of the area here. Let's see. Along with this pink, we definitely don't need that pink out. And we have catnip, and now my cat is literally running up the screen. Hold on. I don't know if my cat thinks he's like Spider-Man. Or like, what? Catman? Because he's just like trying to crawl up the window as I'm trying to pull out the catnip. I have catnip. It's to make cat toys. We definitely need to keep that in here, over here, because this cat is crazy and he needs some more toys. Anyways, we also have like a pink thing in here. What is this? Oh my gosh. See, this is why we have to go through and organize. So this is like a, like, I don't know, tan and pink. Is what we have here. And at one point I was making little, what was I making? Pop-Tarts. I was making Pop-Tarts. That's what I was making. Pop-Tart keychains. So I actually have enough here for 4 different Pop-Tart keychains, and these would be really quick to finish. Excuse me, I have to cough. So I think that I may put these aside and keep them for later. Yes, I think I may keep them for later. And that way I can finish them for later and maybe give them as Christmas gifts. I do not know. I also found this nifty little guy. He's like a little scissor blade thing that you don't have any sharp edges, so that's really cool. And now that this is cleared out, I have one more bag for when I'm actually doing projects. But these ones I don't feel like, I don't know. These ones, I am just not motivated to finish these. I'm gonna put these aside right now. This one I know I'm definitely gonna tear apart. This one was going to be a crop top, and I just have no motivation to finish it. So yeah, so this project is going to get torn apart. It's not gonna get done. There's no motivation and no want or will. I do not want to sell crop tops anymore. They did not do well for me. And now I just have so many crop tops hanging around. There is some stuffing in here, which I had actually pulled aside this little guy because I wanted to start putting all my stuffing into. And I have a bag right here. So all of this is going to go in here. For now, I have a huge supply of stuffing, which we are getting from a giant teddy bear, like a humongous teddy bear that was given to us, my daughter and myself, and we use that. So now I have a little thing for stuffing, which is going to go on the side here. Now I have a couple projects in here I'm going to sort through really quick, and then all of these I know are going to come out. I'm going to put these into a bag that I have in my closet for crochet projects, because again, it's just all these crop tops. I feel like these are all the ones that need to have their ends sewn in, but I have absolutely no desire, want, will, anything like that, or idea of when I will ever get rid of these crop tops, unless I just give them away to Goodwill, which I don't want to do. So I will figure out something for them, but as for now, they do not need to be in my little area. So I'm gonna finish this up really quick, and then I'm gonna show you guys just the final result of everything that I did. Alright, everything has its place. I'm so excited. So we've got all of the knickknacks and things like that. I went around the house and I found spots to put the pumpkin coasters. Top drawer, we have the main cardigan that I'm working on. The next up is the blanket that I have to get done for Christmas. So my two big main projects, which leaves open quite a few space for some smaller projects along the way. I have a lot of empty drawers, which actually feels really nice. We have the catnip in that drawer. Over here is smaller projects that when I'm bored and I'm not ready to start a whole new project, I don't want to work on a big project, I just need something small, a few ends to sew in, and a few quick projects in this drawer. This far side is going to be projects that are done for Christmas, that are completely done and ready to go. And then this drawer is going to be crochet projects for handing out gifts or for things that I want to sell, but they are completely done. They don't need anything, no ends, nothing like that to be sewn in. Yeah, so now I pretty much have my little area figured out. We have project bags, we have stuffing, and then everything else that I need is pretty much in my yarn area of my room. But I do want to say thanks for joining me today, you guys. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Give this video a thumbs up, leave me a comment down below, let me know what you thought of today's video, and what was your favorite part. What's the project that you're working on? What would be the project in your top drawer if you were doing it like this with prioritized yarn cubbies, let me know where your stuff would be at. And anyways, guys, thanks for coming in. Thanks for joining me. And I will see you guys all next time on another episode on Dream9 Designs Yarn Corner of YouTube.